Thanks for being here. Welcome back to our special attack on Israel a year later. I want to wrap up our special here with the question, why should a Christian support the Jewish people? First, let's just for a second look at it from a purely secular perspective, because you should support the Jewish people for this reason too. Let's quote first the consummate atheist Ayn Rand. Here she is on the Phil Donahue show many years ago.
If you mean whose side should one be on, Israel or the Arabs, I would certainly say Israel because it's the advanced, technological, civilized country amidst a group of almost totally primitive savages who have not changed for years and who are racist and who resent Israel because it's bringing industry and intelligence and modern technology into their stagnation.
She wrote something similar. She said, the Arabs are one of the least developed cultures. They're typically nomads. Their culture is primitive, and they resent Israel because it's the sole beachhead of modern science and civilization on their continent. When you have civilized men fighting savages, you support the civilized men no matter who they are. When it comes to the power of the mind, they develop the development of industry in the wasted desert continent versus savages who don't want to use their minds. Okay, that's just from a secular perspective. There's no other country on earth that people call for its extinction. Think about that. No other, other than Israel, there's no other country that there's other countries in the world that are like, you shouldn't exist. And there's no other example of a free state wanting war and the police state wanting peace. But that's what people say about Israel. They say that Israel wants war and it's the terrorist states around them. They're the ones who want peace. Ridiculous. Now, those are all secular analyses. Let's spend a minute here on a Christian perspective. Just do two scriptures. Deuteronomy 7:6 says, for you, speaking of the Jewish people, you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession. God could have chosen that, could have chosen anyone, could have chosen people from Mongolia or whatever. But he chose the Jewish people. God's eternal purpose is to bless the world through Israel. Genesis 12, the Abrahamic covenant. God's promise is, I will make you into a great nation and I will bless you. I will make your name great and you will be a blessing. Here's the key for us. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. Here's Pastor John MacArthur speaking to that recently.
These are my chosen people. I have a plan for them. Yes, they have followed idols. Yes, they have been punished and judged. Yes, they rejected their Messiah. Yes, they are still, Jews are living and dying and going out of the presence of God forever now. But still, God has a future plan for the Jewish people, and we have to be protectors of them. I think any nation that tries to eliminate the Jewish people has made a bad decision, because the Bible is filled with the promises of God that no one will annihilate them, and anyone who tries will be annihilated.
Now, a little nuance here, because people may freak out at this. This doesn't mean that we have to support everything that the Israeli government does, or that we have to support them politically, or that Israel can do no wrong. That's not it. It's the Jewish people. MacArthur went on to make this point. He says, there's no biblical promise about protecting Arabs or Scottish people or English people or Hispanic people, but there is a warning from God to be sure that you're protecting Jewish people. And if you do that, God promises to bless you. It's the end of the story. That's it. That's like all of it. If you believe in the Bible and you want to follow the Bible and you believe the Bible is inerrant, all the rest, then that's it. That's the end of the story. that's what you do. So that's why I believe the Christians should support the Jewish people. The Bible says to. I'll leave you with a story that I think about quite often, actually. Again, when you're deciding which people to support, if that's even a question for you. It's the story of two young girls who were held hostage by Hamas. And they were rescued. Girl was they're two girls, maybe 7 and 10, something like that. And they ran and hugged their mom. And mom noticed that their hair was beautifully braided. They were held hostage for like 40 days. How was their hair in braids? And their mom asked them, how is your hair so beautiful? And the girl said that it was one of the female Israeli soldiers who was kept hostage with them. She would braid our hair. Why is that story so powerful? To me, it's a story of, first of all, the importance of beauty. It's the importance of hanging on. It's the importance of not giving up. It's a story of hanging on to what matters. Whatever you can, whatever little thing you can hang on to. Which then means ultimately it's a story of hope, which is always a story of love. And I'm always here for one of those. And it's all those things. It makes it even more beautiful when you realize how against the odds they are. Mike Slater, The First TV. Spread the word.